parents everywhere, the discovery of 7-year-old Summer Thompson's body is a painful reminder of the dangers children face every day. On Monday, 7-year-old Summer Thompson vanished while walking home from school, and after days of searching on Thursday, there was finally an announcement.
I contacted Summer's mother and gave her the grim and sad news that we had made an identification of the body.
If Summer's murder turns out to be a case of stranger abduction, she will join the sad list of children kidnapped when walking close to home. Like the 2004 case of 11-year-old Carly Brusha in Florida, who was seen on this car wash surveillance video just moments before she was abducted. Her body was found in a church parking lot 5 days later. Or the famous case of Jacob Wetterling in Minnesota 20 years ago this month. The 11-year-old boy was riding his bike when he was kidnapped by a masked gunman. He was never seen again. For parents, teaching their children to beware of strangers can be surprisingly difficult.
Did the dog call me?
In 2002, Dateline NBC conducted their own investigation into child abductions with the help of child safety expert Ken Wooden.
I've had guys in prison tell me that sometimes it would take 5 seconds to grab a kid and be away from that block.
With Wooden's help, Dateline staged their own child lures. In each case, parents had specifically warned their children not to talk to strangers.
Young buddy, I lost my dog, Old Billy. Have you seen him? His name is Old Billy, okay?
He went right up to the car, and looked at the picture of the dog. Should have meant he probably would have gone in the car and been grabbed and... Oh, my heart.
Here, honey, my wife had her pocketbook stolen. Someone stole it, it's red, has a lot of money in it, and pictures of our grandchildren. And would you look for it? Here, just give it to your mom. If someone gets very close like I did, take 3 giant steps backwards. If the car is facing this way, you run that way and you get help from mommy or daddy, okay?
NBC analyst Clint Van Zandt is a former FBI agent who worked closely with families of abducted children. Clint, good morning to you.
Good morning, Natalie.
And when we talked to Dina Thompson this morning, obviously this case still under investigation, but she said she made her daughter aware of stranger danger, but she couldn't emphasize enough how important that is to teach your children. So let's give parents a list today, and there are 3 basic rules to teach your children. You say first, do not get into any car unless your parents tell you to, and also adults who need help should not be asking a child for help. The point here is, Clint, is that an abductor is going to try everything, right, to get a child into the car with them.
Yeah, a predator and abductor is kind of like a fisherman with multiple lures. They're going to keep trying until they can hook the child and carry them away.
Including telling kids perhaps secrets and telling them not to tell their parents. And this is something also you say people should not ask you to keep a special secret. So you tell your child, you see this all the time, that adults will tell a child a secret and the kids will actually keep that secret. They're very trusting and honest in that way.
Well, they're used to doing it with their peers. Keep a secret, don't tell somebody, and all of a sudden it's don't tell adults. And we as parents, grandparents, caregivers, we have to make sure there's an open line of communication and that our children know that if somebody asks them to tell a secret, if it doesn't feel right, they need to tell us. They need to trust us, Natalie.
So you really need to tell your children and make sure there is that line of communication. The next 3 rules, though, are about staying safe when coming and going to school, which is what happened, sadly, to Summer Thompson. And you say an adult should wait with children at school bus stops. Also, avoid shortcuts through woods, alleys, parks, or where they could be alone. From your experience, Clint, are these the places that are most likely where child abductions may occur?
Well, they are, Natalie. These are kind of hunting grounds from predators. I've talked to them before as others in law enforcement. They look at bus stops as a target-rich environment. They look at cut-throughs that kids would use 1 or 2 children just by themselves, cut through the woods. If you see a child do it Monday, he or she's going to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, too, and you can just wait and get your hands on that child if you want to.
All right, and of course the most important piece of advice here, Clint, is this. If an abduction does happen, tell your child to yell, scream, fight, and run from any potential abductor. And if somebody tries to lure you into the vehicle, run in the opposite direction, grab a street light, a traffic sign, trash can, mailbox, whatever you can. Make sure that you are heard. Clint Van Zandt, thank you so much. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
And we'll be back right after this.